This morning, the city of Kremenchuk came under rocket fire. This was announced in his Telegram channel by the head of Poltava Regional Military Administration, Dmytro Lunin. According to him, 6 to 8 rockets were fired at the city. Kremenchuk mayor Vitaly Maletsky also added on his Facebook page that the Russian army had targeted an oil refinery and other infrastructure facilities in Kremenchuk. This morning, the enemy again fired missiles at the enterprises of the Northern Industrial Complex, which had already been destroyed and did not work, the statement said. Later, it became known that 6 missiles hit the oil refinery, another 2 in the thermal power plant. These 2 facilities during the full-scale war suffered the greatest attacks and destruction among the infrastructure of Poltava region, said the head of the regional military administration. The consequences are currently being eliminated. No one is injured. The head of the Luhansk Regional State Administration, Serhiy Haidai, said that the Russians had opened fire on Sinetsky and Pavlograd near Severodonetsk this day. The Russian army fired again on the territory of the Azot plant. This time the destruction occurred on the territory of the transport facility. Also, according to Serhiy Haidai, in Lysychansk, residential quarters near plant Don Soda were fired twice for the last day. There is the destruction of residential buildings, 13 in Hirske and 14 in Vrubivka. From enemy artillery and rocket-propelled grenade launchers, the enemy fired on 7 settlements. Air strikes were inflicted in the Sirotine and Borivsky districts. 5 wounded people have been taken to hospitals in Dnipropetrovsk region this day. Among them are 4 residents of Lysychansk and 1 person from Severodonetsk who came under fire in Lysychansk. Now, the fiercest fighting, of course, is near Severodonetsk. They do not completely control the city. In the neighboring villages, there are very powerful and heavy fighting. Toshkivka, Zolote, they are also trying to make a breakthrough, but nothing comes of it. Many forces and reserves were thrown to cut the Lysychansk-Bakhmut route. They did not succeed. This day, representatives of the national police continued to evacuate people from the most remote streets of Lysychansk. It was very scary. In fact, we wanted to leave immediately, but due to some circumstances, were delayed. And now, when it became very scary, we gave up and left. We trust you. Thank you for saving. It was very scary. This arrival has never been heard of before, and all doubts about leaving are gone. Native Ukraine will not leave us aside, right? Police patrol remote streets and persuade people to move to a safe area, but not all residents of Lysychansk agree to leave their homes. Good day. The police of Luhansk region signed up for evacuation. They said you would be evacuated. Oh no, look, we can order a special ambulance. No, I'm not going anywhere. Someone robbed a neighbor yesterday. So what to wait for? Do you see what's going on? They shoot every day. Yes, we are used to it. Your lower streets are all shelled. I will not leave the house. It can be even worse. Well, I'm not scared. I'm 80 years old. They'd better kill me, but on the spot. The local population who decided to go to a safe place says that it is very difficult to live under constant shelling. Life is unbearable. They shoot, the house shakes, the glass is broken. You are lying in the basement, here is a blind grandfather, there is no life. Thank you to the Ukrainian police. We love Ukraine and wanted to prosper and chase the enemy. The head of Donetsk Regional Military Administration, Pavlo Kyrylenko, said that 4 civilians had died in the shelling of the Russian military on June the 17th. 2 people died in Panteleimoniivka, 1 in Bakhmut, and 1 in Krasnohorivka. Another 6 civilians were injured. In total, for the past 24 hours, Donetsk police have documented 17 Russian war crimes against civilians. According to the national police, 12 settlements in the region came under fire. 34 civilian buildings were destroyed, the vast majority of which were residential buildings. On the night of June the 18th, the Russian military struck the village of Fartushne in Zolochiv community of Kharkiv region for the first time. The rocket destroyed one building or the agricultural building where the cow sheds were located. There are no civilian casualties. This was announced by the head of Zolochiv community, Viktor Kovalenko. According to him, the rocket was probably fired from the Belgorod direction. In total, according to the SES, during the day in the area due to shelling by the Russian army, there were 6 fires. Dwelling houses and outbuildings were on fire. One person was injured in the shelling of Ruskolozova. In the village of Vesnyanka, Kivertsivsk district, 4 women set up a volunteer battalion called Horishok, the Nut. Grandmothers gather in this house every day, make packages for the military. My mom is at home. I tell, Mom, maybe I'll bring you nuts to beat and help. She says, yes, at least I'll be busy with something. And we did it, little by little. Then people brought some. One girl, Tanya, brought a bag of nuts. Some brought 2. Lena joined us. Aunt Halia came to visit, also joined. And so it gradually happened. One evening, we laughed here and I said, oh, what a battalion I have. Nuts. And we started to call the battalion Horishok. All the women of the battalion are pensioners, says the initiator Tetiana Khomyachuk. Her mother, Lyubov, shows that they are packing for the defenders of Ukraine. Nuts, candies, salted nuts, raisins. We put here cookies, raisins and dried bananas, dried, crumbled and tried to write something else to please them. With love, waiting for you at home. Greetings from Vesnyanka. We are very worried about them. We want to help them with something, at least with something. Another member of the battalion, Olena Mindrescu, is worried about her sons and grandson, who are currently defending Ukraine in the east. She can't sit at home without work, the woman says. Every day, in the morning and until the evening, sometimes we spend all day. So many packages, probably more than 500. We put our souls and prayers in here. We want to give them such gifts so that they would be pleased and have something sweet in their pockets. Some of the sweets and nuts are brought to the grandmothers by fellow villagers and philanthropists who buy some for their pension, said Halina Kozlova. We help as much as we can. We are retirees, but we want to make some contribution. We all love them. We are waiting for them, and the victory will definitely be ours. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to heroes.